Alright, so we are back again, continuing on the manga series GANGSTA, Volume 7, and this time I'm covering Chapter 40. So this chapter, just like Chapter 35 and Chapter 39, was not very long, and basically it was just scenes of the fights between Colt and Galahad and Marco and Stryker. But there was a little bit of dialogue and some progression in these fights, so with the few scenes that we have. So starting off with the Galahad fight, well, actually before that we have a panel of where we left off on Chapter 39. That was Alex trying to get Warwick to not leave the place, but Warwick doesn't pay any attention, and she wanted to go follow him, but she just couldn't do it. And all of a sudden we got Miles and Diego chasing after Warwick because they want to know what more does he know about Daniel Monroe that they don't know. That's the reason why they decided to chase him out. They just want to know what they can do, which is why they went out there and they got after Warwick. So now let's go back to the fight with Colt and Galahad. In the last chapter, Galahad busted through the rooftop in which he and Colt were fighting, and Galahad falls down and he lands on top of his head, kinda. Not real bad, but it was kind of funny when you look at it. And Colt hangs on top of the roof. He's dangling. Colt realized that the area that he cut through Galahad's chest was made out of cut-proof material, meaning that, you know, it was blade resistant. So that was pretty cool to see there. He's actually wearing protective clothing. So Galahad, he's kind of complaining after this. After he fell down, he's like, man, I don't like fighting these little kids, man. They too damn fast. Man, why don't you be a good kid and hold still right quick, man? But then when he says that, something to that effect, he was like, oh shit. He remembered all those bodies that he saw all throughout that time. And then he remembers Doug and the way he got killed. He had cuts all over his body because Colt was the one that killed Doug. If you guys remember watching the anime, and also you read Volume 5 where Doug actually got killed. And so this one Galahad knew, like, oh my goodness, it was you were the one that killed Doug. And so yeah, Galahad's pretty upset. And then all of a sudden we see another person. We need to see another familiar face from the previous chapters and also the volumes. It's one of Galahad's teammates from the Parkley Guild, Halsin. He comes out of nowhere. He kicks the shit out of Colt. Socked him. So Halsin, after hearing about the details, I guess hearing Galahad claiming that it was him, the one that killed Doug, guys said, okay. Halsin was like, alright, we got this. We got your back, Galahad. We'll show him no mercy. So Halsin and he has two little boys with him, those two other kids, like those assistants. They're accompanying him as well. So now Galahad has some backup to help out against the fight against the destroyers here. So that's good to see there. Now we cut to the fight with Marco and Stryker. And so Stryker's still, you know, intimidating Marco. He's kind of playing around with dude. He's like, hey man, how was the gift? And if you guys remembered about the gift, you know that he had Emilio and company take to Marco to see Connie's cut off arm. I said, how'd you like it, man? Did you love my present? And so they keep fighting, and it looks like for a moment Marco actually pins down Stryker. I guess he made him hit a wall or something, because he used his wires to cut down some scaffolding on top of the roof. And so Stryker is down for a little bit, and he's like, man, why you so mad? Why so mad, bro? Why so serious? Oh, I get it. You didn't want the arm after all. You wanted the head, didn't you? And Marco's just looking at him, kind of in pity too. On this next page here, he's like, no, what I want is something you can never understand. So what he said was very similar to what was stated by Connie to Stryker in chapter 35. And then Stryker just gets annoyed by all of this, all the sentimental. Yeah, Stryker, he just gets annoyed by all the sentimentalism that Marco's displaying. It's like, man, what a fucking bore. Like, this is bullshit. And that's the end of chapter 40. So the next chapter, the final chapter of the volume 7, chapter 41, is going to have a lot more detail, and I'm going to do my best to cover all that for everyone. And that's basically it for chapter 40. It was just more progression of the fights. So I'm going to cut it here. If you all have any questions, feel free to answer me here through this video. And chapter 41 is on the way. And that's going to be the last chapter on volume 7 that I'll cover. And then I'll give you more details from here. So everyone, you guys take care.